Bones Beyond Time. A Mage the Ascension campaign. Ari. A-Red. Shay. Diesel. Walter. Galewind. Bones Beyond Time.
Hello, I'm Kira858, and today we're bringing you Season 2, Episode 8 of Bones Beyond Time, our Mage the Ascension campaign. As always, we want to give a huge thank you to the love and support we've received for this campaign. We are excited to be back to tell this wonderful story. So we got a shorter cast this time. We're going to have everyone introduce themselves, say who they are, who they're playing, and any projects they're working on. And starting first, of course, with our wonderful ST, Reed. Reed, would you like to talk about yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. I am at Big Dude Ree on all the socials at this point, so feel free to look for me all over there to see exactly what I'm up to. Tonight, I will be playing the wonderful supporting cast to these great people here, and we're going to see what kind of interesting things I can get into and see what happens.
All right, perfect. Next, we have Paige. Paige, you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hello, I am Paige James. I'm playing Talus Kai. He is like a nomadic doctor. Just tries to be a good guy overall, you know, just trying to help out all the animals and sometimes humans, I guess, if he has to. Any projects? Just, you know, just the project of life. That's it, really. Just trying to figure out everything and eventually be in other cool stuff and then maybe on Netflix. I don't know. You know, who knows? The world is crazy.
You heard it here first. So when you see Paige on your upcoming next Bridgerton TV show, you know you know exactly where it stemmed from. Perfect. Next, we have the lovable Michael. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hi, my name is Michael, or Nosferatu. I am currently playing Walter, the occult detective, and the less fun dumpster fire of the group. And as for my projects I'm working on, I've actually been invited by Glaza to record something on April 2nd, so once that comes out, you will know. And other than that, I am Nosferatu TTRPG on Twitter, and that's about it.
All right, perfect. As for yours truly, I am Kira858. I'm playing the lovable Sweet Bean Ari, who has been experiencing a lot of different content and experiences in a very short time frame. From technocrats to Defandi to everything in between. Safe to say they're having a hard knock life at the moment. So, but it's okay. They always had a hard knock life. As in terms of projects, we have tons of content coming along the way. Of course, we're here at the Cookout TTRPGs. You can find our shows such as Riverwood Academy, which if you like young adult content with Harry Potter feel, with none of the bigotry, you would definitely love our show. If you like reclamation, if you like a little bit of suspense, a Game of Thrones before season 8, you're going to love Reclamation, which has a very thrilling tale involved. We have a brand new campaign that's came out at this time for you, coming out called Fractured Destiny, which is, if you want to put in the vibe of This Is Us in a D&D setting, that's pretty much Fractured Destiny and its total. It has Noir as a DM, and it's absolutely fantastic. We have our bi-weekly campaign, Gods of Color, which is on bi-weekly every Wednesday. And so you like Percy Jackson with a lot more diversity, you would love the show. And we have a brand new campaign that should be out right around this time frame as well, called Amidst Light and Shadow, which leads into a little bit more grittiness, just think a little bit more like Diablo 3. It's just in the words of Samuel Jackson, hold on to your butts. So definitely go ahead and take a look at our content. Make sure to follow our Twitter at the Cookout TTRPG for not just TTRPG related goodness, but also Die Hard Dice giveaways and more. And with that said, it's time that we transition to our wonderful ST. Ree, take it away.
All right, so before we begin our adventure this lovely evening here, as a quick reminder, this is the world of darkness and bad things do happen, and occasionally we have to do bad stuff. But as a reminder, we are not our characters, and I assure you, everyone here is wonderful, good people. So if there is anything that happens that makes you uncomfortable or anything like that, please feel free to skip, pause, get a sandwich, whatever you need to do. I have spoken with everyone here, and we have handled different ways they can let that mean know if they are uncomfortable. And your safety and your comfort is our priority. But now that that is out of the way, we are going to return to our Cabal of Mages. So, we are going to pick up our adventure just as our Cabal agrees to part ways for a moment, as 3 members of our group decides to leave. Actually, is it 3? Yes, 3 to check in with Diesel and to see how their show is progressing. Talos and Ari find themselves being given a moment or two to explore the mall, to be normal for a change. And just as you all are kind of saying your goodbyes, we do find that Walter you see him kind of stepping out of the elevators. Similarly to you all, you see that they kind of pause for a moment, blink, look around, and then begin to make their way over to the 2 of you. And with that, I leave things to the 3 of you.
Okay, so is it right we could get some clothes now? Wait. Oh, I wanted some clothes, right? Did I want some clothes?
Aren't you supposed to? You know what? Clothes are.
I think you were leading me to find some better clothes. You're saying that the things that I'm wearing were a bit drab.
No, I didn't say that. I don't think anyone wears like bad clothes. I was just thinking, why did I wanted to get new clothes? I can't remember why I wanted new clothes. But it's okay. If we get, maybe we could kind of fit in this area. I've never been to a mall like this big before. It's huge.
Yeah. It's quite impressive. What were we gonna say, Walter?
I don't know.
Do you remember how we got here?
I think we took a car. Yeah, I think I might need to make a call soon, but you said clothes. Yeah, we should go buy clothes. Yeah, I think that's why we came here.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I think it was close.
Makes sense. It's a mall, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I'll be honest. So we don't really have that many clothes. So I'm not sure, like, what are, like, the major stores you get clothes at? Or, like, what's considered, like, good clothes? Is there like good clothes? Is there bad clothes, or is there just clothes?
And at this point, Walter is gonna channel his used to be boyfriend knowledge, and he's just gonna lead Talos and Ari to the nearest clothing store.
Because I definitely don't know what the clothes are.
He goes like, I know exactly where to go. We used to do this all the time, and just beelines.
What kind of place are you looking for? Are you looking for more preppy clothing, more streetwear, more gothic fashion?
Walter is more into the streetwear, so he'll probably go streetwear adjacent.
So it takes you a few minutes of mostly just kind of navigating around other people who have taken the time to kind of stop and talk in like the middle of the hallway of this mall. just the most frustrating thing ever. But after a few moments, you find yourself standing outside of a legally distinct department store that bears no resemblance to any real ones. But you can get that beginning of kind of some song that you've probably heard a few times as you're kind of looking at the clothes that are kind of colorful. You see various images of things across the front, and you see it's pretty empty at the moment. Alright, so we all wish to continue inside.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are you all looking for?
So, who knows how to dress? I'll be honest, I never really got clothes for myself before, probably because I'm only 8. But I mean, like, if y'all have any suggestions of like what I should wear, I wouldn't mind giving it a try.
Walter's just like, hey, where is your sister? Wait a minute. No, she's busy. Never mind. Turns to Dallas. You're any good with kids?
I mean, I haven't really dressed kids before, but I feel like if we go into the children's section, that should be fine, right?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll just go in there and look for the most outrageous shirts and jackets and just start seeing what looks nice. I'm like, gangster Mickey Mouse? Not really feeling it. All right. Oh,
Look
look
like
at
Bart
that.
Simpson.
Yeah, eat my shorts. Oh, okay. Any of these fit your style? Is this?
Why is there a pickle with a face?
Ooh, what's that one? They'll probably point to one that looks like a legally distinct version of Fortnite. Like, oh, that one looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is that a dancing banana?
I guess. Where is that from?
I think it's that video game people keep talking about.
Oh, okay. Would this work? Can we get this one?
Yeah, you can get whatever you like.
Oh, wow, this feels weird. I could get whatever I want.
Do you have any money?
I don't know, actually. Do I have money?
Do you have any dots and resources?
I have no dots and resources, I think.
Oh God!
Does that mean I'm poor?
basically homeless?
All right, well, we're stealing this, I guess.
No. Walter has one singular dot. He can afford some stuff.
All right, sick. We're homeless, apparently.
Like Walter's like, hey, don't look at me. I used to be a very different person until a couple months ago. And it's like, all right, how much is this?
About $20.
God, thank
It's a deal.
$20.
Nice.
God. So you want this? Yeah?
Wow, a new shirt. I haven't got a new shirt in. Wait, where did I get a new shirt?
Oh no.
I don't know. I've only been here for like a week.
Hey,
Oh,
since
wait,
we're-
before that.
A few days, actually.
Before
I
we
feel
met,
like.
it was back where Iron and I used to jump trains. I think what happened was we were trying to get off one of the trains and one of my shirts got stuck across the railing and then there was a huge rip and so I couldn't wear it anymore. And I think that was the last time I got a new shirt.
All right. Speaking of, do you want to pick up something for the sis?
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. All right. She likes chocolate. Like I like chocolate.
I mean.
So we should
whoa.
get her a chocolate shirt, is what you're saying.
You sure?
All right. Yeah.
Chocolate
Do you think we
shirt.
should get a chocolate bomber too to match with the shirt?
The what?
A chocolate bomber? It's like a jacket.
Oh, is that like leather?
No, I think that's something else.
Okay.
Bomber's like what pilots wear, kind of.
Oh, I think she would like that. I think it could go with her aesthetic, I think. Yeah, let's do it. But I don't, I wait, who could pay for it? I don't have any money.
I think I can afford to splurge this once, then I have to go back to work.
Okay.
God.
Well, this is only for a short time because remember, we're going to start our movie theater. And when we start our movie theater, we're going to be bringing in all the dope.
All the what?
Dope? I
Dope.
think that's how
Oh.
they say.
I thought you said dope. I was like, that's
No.
something else.
What's that?
Nah, that person left months
Nothing.
ago.
Okay.
They tell us that person left months ago. We no longer deal.
Okay. I mean, I no judgments if you do. I just would prefer not to be involved.
Only for medical reasons.
I'm
Yeah,
confused.
of course. Medicinal always.
Medicinal?
Mhm.
No, never mind.
Medicine.
Oh god, Aaron's gonna kill me.
Medicine.
Hmm. Some
Anyway,
people
so-
use medicine for not its intended use.
So
Oh, that's not good.
never mind. Okay, so a bomber jacket and a banana shirt from a video game. Anything else?
I look around and see nothing that fits my style, so
So
I'm perfectly happy with my.
using eidetic memory, can Walter guess the sizes of Aaron and Ari?
Well, it should be there, right? Like,
You guess the size of the clothing, but you won't be able to figure out their size, if that's accurate or not. But the clothing, yeah.
I mean, they can just put it on and try it out.
yeah.
Do I look like I'm Aaron sized? No, I'm much.
No,
slightly
I'm
taller.
talking about the little one right here. All right.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a slightly bigger, I don't think she will care. So
I wouldn't stress about it.
She's
Yeah.
just gonna happy that get a new shirt because we don't really get new clothing often. So.
Yeah, and if it doesn't fit, they can, cut holes in it and make it, their thing. I don't know. I don't really know.
She does that.
Yeah, there you go.
are you sure it's not the knives?
No, and she likes to have freedom of movement.
Ah, noted.
That's why she's so fast.
And scary.
No, she's not. She's not scary. Well, as long as you're on her good side. If you're a bad side, then yeah, she can be scary.
I'm not really sure what side I'm on sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just gonna go pay for this bomber jacket and this shirt, and I'll pray that I will get no weird looks.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you're in a clothing store.
Okay. So you make your way over to the checkout area, and it's honestly just one other person in the store at the moment. You could see the cashier is giving that kind of bored, like I'd rather be anywhere else on earth than here at the moment, kind of stare. And they do ring up the jacket and the shirt, and the jacket is about $110. So
Oh God.
bomber jackets are expensive. Really, just all jackets are expensive in general. I
pretty
will say
cheap, though.
for you, that's gonna. I mean, it's Tower City, and you're at generically named.
One
apparel
dog goes
stores.
burr.
Yeah. So I will say for your resources, this is probably going to take up most of your disposable income for the moment here, Walter. You're going to be struggling for the rest of the month.
I need to do my day job.
But they do go along and they wrap up your order for you pretty quickly, and I'll hand you the bag.
And Walter takes the bag, gives a nod because this person doesn't seem like they want to be talked to, and he's gonna just take his exit with hopefully Ari and Talos in tow.
Oh, thank you.
Man. The cashier person, you figure he might have heard you, might not have heard you, but he doesn't even look up at you. He is very much staring at the clock that's kind of on the wall across from him, clearly just counting on the time until his shift is over. As you all go to exit the mall, you pass by those two I don't think they're magnets, but those two stand things that are right besides the door. And you
yeah.
hear the familiar kind of beeping sound that lets you know that the little this tag thing is still on it.
I
Can
thought it just
all
goes
of you
like,
roll perception alertness for me, please?
oh boy.
Difficulty 7.
Oh, 7.
Percep-
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Perception.
Perception,
Alertness?
alertness. Okay, cool.
Alertness. Yes.
Oh no, that's for the magic, isn't it?
Alertness. Don't know. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Could be for many things.
Oh no. 6, 7. Wait. Oh no, my numpad is turned off.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's
Four successes.
oh my. That's 3 10s. Oh my.
I failed everything.
Did you roll? How
I'm-
many did you say
I'm-
you got, Martin?
4.
And you tell us?
None. I failed everything. I just walk out, just completely oblivious to life.
You're not the one with the bag.
Did you roll any ones, tell us?
No, no.
Okay, good. Okay, so then as you all are making your way back out, you get right outside the door. And for you, Walter and Ari, you notice that as the sound is going off, no one in the mall seems to be paying it any attention. Tell us, you see, because you're much more focused on just kind of leaving, you see coming toward you is like a woman in kind of an old style, like security or police officer uniform with that kind of old hat and everything. And she walks over to you all. And what are you all doing today? Looks like we've got a bit of an issue with the sound and thingy.
And like no one reacted to it at all.
This.
No.
What do you need something, man?
Walter purchased it.
Oh, you're muted. Oh.
No, I just talking sideways into the mic. It did the thing.
Oh, Walter purchased it. He has the receipt.
I kind of reaches for the receipt, pulls it out. Yeah.
All right, well, come with me. We can go ahead and get this taken care of, then y'all can get on your way as soon as possible. Come on now. And she begins to lead you guys just off to where you can see a small, like, security kind of room that looks to be, like, old. Like, clearly, like, no one has, no one has put their funding into maintaining this particular room. Everyone with an awareness trait of at least 3, you begin to feel uncomfortable. You're not sure what it is, but it's almost like you get that skin crawly feeling.
Ooh. Okay, I have 3. I had awareness.
Oh, hold on. Oh, come again. I zoned out for a bit.
If you have at least 3 dots of awareness, you get this uncomfortable feeling, kind of like
Yep.
that, that skin crawly. Yeah, you feel like that.
Ari's going to start looking around using more of like spirit. They're going to use because they have two dots of spirit. So they're going to look around using they're going to get their glasses, that one really thick bifocal glasses that looks like Steve Urkel's, that they're going to place it against their nose, and as they turn their head to the side to adjust to these bifocals, they're going to use their spirit spheres and such to look around and see if they can see anything suspicious going on.
Are you trying to look for auras, or are you trying to look across the gauntlet?
Both.
Yes.
Okay, using both at the same time, it will make it a bit more difficult as you're trying to combine senses, but you can certainly try it. Let's see. So I'm going to say the final difficulty on this is going to be 8.
Ooh, okay.
Being downtown, the gauntlet is very thick, my friend. It's very thick.
Difficulty 8? Okay.
The downtown is not the place to mess with the gauntlet.
Ooh! All right, well, that's 2 successes, a 9 and a 10.
So you do a quick kind of look around you, and you pick a pretty normal auras. You see some children with kind of brighter, happier auras. You see some adults with the kind of not sad, but kind of neutral. Just everyday people. And as you kind of look across the gauntlet, you notice the first thing is that it is surprisingly easy to kind of see across the gauntlet. It's almost as if once you get past the kind of initial order or the initial kind of border, peering into the world of spirits is much easier, much less difficult than you're used to. And you see on the other end, or whether you expect to see kind of the spider webbing that you're used to, that kind of thread, ephemeral thread, but instead you see what looks to be the waves of like an ocean or a large body of water. Do you do anything?
I think their eyes widen, but they don't say anything because they're not really sure what this is. Are they by themselves? They're not by themselves, right? There's the lady next to them, right? Okay, yeah, and I can't speak telepathically to Talos and such. I think they're just going to keep an eye out for if they see anything. You said it's a just like a wave of water, right? Is the wave of water coming closer towards them, or is it like?
No, it looks more like you're standing on maybe a coast or like a beach almost. Like you can see the water around you, but it doesn't seem to be immediately threatening you.
Okay, yeah. So they're just going to remain focused on that, but not say anything outside of it. Just to be on the safe side while the sleeper. Cool. Oh, how is her aura, by the way?
You can't see it.
She has no aura?
You can't see it.
Ooh. That may be a red flag. I think okay. What they're going to do is they're going to take out like a notebook from their backpack and then draw on like a piece of paper. They're just going to write down, she has no aura, and then just slowly slide it.
Roll dexterity and stealth.
Ow! Oh, that is not a strong suit for me. That is not a strong suit for dexterity. First of all, I only got 2 dots with that. You said stealth? Is there a stealth option? Or is there? Yeah, there's a stealth option. Okay. Well, I got 2 dots.
Do you have? Okay. Well,
I have nothing in stealth.
Do you have 2 dots of stealth? Oh, well, that increases difficulty by 1.
Oh,
so
no.
That's 7.
Well, I'm about to get caught. Oh, well, I got 1 success. I got a 10.
So with 1 success, it's kind of clumsy. Like it's what I will say is you're able to kind of keep what you're doing secret, but you are making it very clear that you're doing something. But I would say you're able to kind of show this piece of paper to your companions. She kind of gives you a weird like, kids.
Okay. Is there a knowledge I can roll to figure out what this lady is, if she's anything?
With what I will say you don't know quite enough to make a guess outside of just that she doesn't seem to have an aura. There's lots of.
I need that extra knowledge, lore. I need it.
So yeah, so with that, they're just going to, they're just going to keep an eye out. Their primary remaining focus on the gauntlet, just because the gauntlet is much easier this time around, which is weird because they're smack dab in downtown, which it should be at its hardest. And 2, there's that ocean over there, so they're just kind of like continue to press their glasses and looking to the distance. Just quick meta question. Did we actually recover anything like with tests or willpower wise from our last session?
Nope.
Oh, okay, good to know. thanks,
no.
thanks for that heads up.
It's only been roughly, we'll say after the shopping, it's been like maybe 45, 50 minutes since then.
All right.
So as you all are kind of like being led to the security office, she does, you see her pull out a key on a connect to this kind of really like large, like bangle almost with like a set of the smaller set of keys on it. And she puts it in and begins to open the door. All right, go on in. I'll get this taken care of for you quickly and you can go back to doing whatever it is you need to do.
Walter cautiously follows the instructions.
Well, before they go, Ari's going to be like, by the way, can I have your name, please?
My last name is Anderson.
Anderson, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, kid. But yes.
Okay.
Do you all step inside?
Yes, but Ari, while asking that question, pretty much absorbs her facial appearance, so therefore he could be able to recap what she looks like if he needs to express that to others. So that was kind of like his focus of asking her name, and so therefore they could look long enough to be able to memorize her appearance.
As you all step inside, but the door does close behind you, and you are left in what looks to be like a small. Like, have you ever been in the kind of the security room of like a mall or department stores? That kind of small-ish, cramped area. There is like an area where you can sit with like 2 chairs. There is clearly a separate section where like a security guard or whatever is supposed to sit and look at the monitor, look at the security cameras and things like that. Once you enter and you hear the door close behind you, do you do anything?
I freak out internally.
Okay. As you all are sitting here, you end up sitting for a little while. 5 minutes passes, 10 minutes passes, 15 minutes pass, and at that point, Talos, you realize you can't feel Rumble anymore.
I check to see.
As you go to kind of open your jacket, you kind of stop for a second as you look down and you see you're not wearing what you were before. And as you all look around, you realize none of you are wearing the same clothes as before, as you appear to be, I will say everyone but Ari knows what this is, because Ari isn't old enough. You look like you're wearing old style, like, prison uniforms.
Okay. I look around and see where we are.
So far, you just see the same, like, small security office.
What does Ari look like?
Is the lady still in front of us?
No, she stepped back out of the room. She closed the door, but she didn't come in. But you're wearing that kind of bluish, like you've seen the really old like 40s uniforms with like that bluish top and then kind of the grayish pants. That's what you're wearing.
Good. This is not normal.
Definitely not normal.
Where are we?
I think we're still in the security office, but it seems like they teleported different clothes on us.
What? They're going to look around. Are they closer inside the gauntlet now, or are they still? Do they feel like they crossed over, or how does it feel like?
As you look across the gauntlet, you kind of blink it's been a moment since you like focused on it, as children's minds tend to wander after a few moments. And as you look around, you realize you're looking into the mall.
What? Uh-oh.
What? Why? Why is there an uh-oh?
So I can kind of see it to the gauntlet, and I see us. It looks like we're looking in the mall now. I'm not sure where we are.
So,
I think
First of all, what is the gauntlet?
Oh, it's the Umbra.
Oh no.
Mm.
And you're instead of looking into the Umbra, you're looking into the. Oh no.
I think we're in the Umbra.
Oh no.
Because I was originally looking from our room into the gauntlet and I could see the beach. And then when we get to this room, now I see the mall. So I think we somehow must have crossed over.
So Walter is gonna start spatting himself down for the cigarettes.
You don't have any.
So what you're saying is we're in the Umbra right now?
I think so. I'm not sure.
What does Walter know about the Umbra?
I would say you all can roll either intelligence in cosmology or esoterica to see what you know about the Umbra.
Esoterica, that's something I have.
Will my dots in spirit kind of help with that as well, or no?
Chance and esoterica.
What's
I want to
the
help you with knowledge about it now. I would say you could do a cult too. I would say if you do a cult, the difficulty will go up by 1.
what's the difficulty right now?
Knowledge 6 is the true knowledge, and fake sleeper stories will make sorting through good information more difficult.
Fortunately, I got some good dots.
4 success.
I have 2 successes on esoterica.
3, 4.
Would keen mind apply at all? No, it will cancel out because I get 2 ones. Never mind.
Ooh, okay. Because I have a specialty, right? Yep, I have a specialty intelligence. That's right. So that is.
Yeah, I'll let that go.
That's 4. That's 5 successes. 5 successes.
Okay. All right. So with at least 2 successes, you know the Umbra is a complicated place. It is divided up into many sub areas. With 2 successes, you know that there are generally 3 segments or sections of it, the high, middle, and low Umbra. With at least, I believe the next highest is 4 successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 and 5. With 4 successes, you know there are stories, rumors, people who know that there are times where the barrier between the Umbra and the real world are weakened, or kind of accidental situations where you accidentally end up crossing over. It's very hard to predict where these things will appear. As you ask many different people, they will explain it away in many different ways. I will say with 5 successes, you know that you know all of the other things. You also know that being in the Umbra for too long can be deadly to anyone who isn't natively from the Umbra or natively a part of it. And different areas in the Umbra can affect magic differently.
Cool. So, based upon my lineage, would I know how well I could be able to stay here, per se, in comparison?
You've never tried it before, but you figure you would probably be okay for a little while. I would say you'd realize you'd figure you'd probably be a bit more all right than other people would.
Okay, so we should only be here for a short period of time, because otherwise people start to feel bad when they cross over.
How would I know how to get out of the Umbra, or?
I would say you all would know the simplest way of leaving, crossing out of the Umbra is to use, for the rest of you, it would be called Spirit. I think for you, Talos, you would know it as Ars Spiritum. That's what the Order of Hermes call it. But the sphere is spirit, to step sideways, or to have a spirit take you sideways, or some other method like that. You could, in theory, find another pathway out, the kind of an accidental stepping out or accidentally stepping sideways, but there is no easy way to find one of those.
Can I just try opening the door?
The door is right there. You are more than welcome to just open it up.
And try to open it. Let me open it.
Are we in the back rooms? Oh no!
As you go to open the door, as you pull it open, you all hear the sound of, well, this sounds like a metal gate sliding open. And do you step out, or are you just leaving it open?
No, I would like to just see what happens when I open it first.
Nothing immediately happens. You see you can see across from you, and you can see what looks to be like an empty, old-timey prison cell. Actually, I will say anyone with dots in academics or politics or law could make a roll, an intelligence roll, difficulty 6, to see if you recognize where you are.
What about investigation? Would that count?
You say academics, right?
Yes, academics, investigation, occult, not occult, politics, or law.
All right, I have academics.
Investigation.
Or history, if you took history. That would work too. 5 options there.
That's or research. I mean, not research. Investigation is knowledge.
You said difficulty 6?
Yep. Actually, no, difficulty 5, because the place is relatively well known.
Okay, cool. In that case, that's 4 successes because I had 2 5s.
So like Alcatraz or something?
Oh boy.
4 successes for Ari.
My investigation is 6 successes.
Oh, sorry.
6 successes.
Or 5 successes because one was a 0.
I didn't roll. I don't have anything.
So just because it's kind of funny, I will say out of all of you, Talos actually realized it first as you. It takes you a moment because it doesn't really make any sense, but you realize you are looking at a prison cell from the old Alcatraz.
Who needs a roll?
Absolutely fine. Just ruin my big reveal before I can make it. It's fine.
You said it was well known. I was like, there's only one place that I can think of.
It's the book smarts.
Sure.
I got high intelligence, you know.
Sure. But you're standing in this area. What do you all want to do?
Figure out why we're standing in Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you would love to know that information. Unfortunately, you don't have a method to know that right now.
Okay.
I guess Ari would definitely step out the room and try to absorb the sights. He would be like, "Are we? Oh, we're in. This is Alcatraz. I read about this.
But if we leave the room, will we lose the link to Tower City?
So it's no way of going back now because that was the only door. So we have to find another way to cross. I'm not good enough in spirit yet to go back.
Oh my god, Aiden is gonna kill me.
Okay.
But if we talk to a spirit can help us out, or we can find one ourselves.
Oh.
All right. I'll walk out, I guess.
Just to clarify, because I know since we're in the Umbra, how do we look? Like, for one, I think my clothes should be consecrated, so my clothes should be on. Oh, yeah, I didn't put on the new clothes. These are the old clothes, so these clothes should be consecrated. So I should
look to be wearing. That you know, you look like you're wearing the old Alcatraz prisoner outfits.
Okay, good. I forgot about that. I was thinking about how, like, when you go to the Umbra, and if you don't consecrate your clothes, you end up being naked. So
No, you all are clothed. However, as you do kind of check yourselves, you find that all of your belongings aren't with you. They all seem to have been taken.
You really have
my backpack. My Baby Yoda backpack is no, that was my favorite
cigarettes.
backpack.
Legally distinct Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda backpack.
It's Baby Yada.
Baby.
Yeah. It's legally distinct Disney, so leave us alone. Yes, all of those objects seem to be missing.
Oh,
and Rumble's not with me.
Can I Oh, so go ahead.
Jinx. Can I speak to Rumbles though?
You attempt to kind of reach out to that part of your mind that has always had that extra consciousness in it, and you don't feel anything.
That's super weird.
Are you okay, Talos? You look a bit paler than usual.
Yeah, Rumble's not with me. And that's not common.
The what?
My friend who likes to ride in my jacket.
Yeah, the one that went really big. Oh, wait.
Wait.
Wait. The one that helped us out in terms of climbing up the elevator. That
Yeah.
Rumble, right?
Why did we climb up?
Oh, wait, I don't remember that. That's true. I forgot about that.
I don't know what you're
mind.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, wait. The cat. Yeah, the small cat. Oh, wait a second. They're going to try to not remember, but see if they can feel or communicate with Iron. Can they assist Iron?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know how, but I have an idea. So
Yes.
I can't feel Iron, which is impossible because we're pretty much the same soul split in two people. So
Wait a minute. What?
I can't feel Iron.
Was this about two souls being split into people?
My soul is our soul is split into two people. That's why we kind of like know where we are all the time, and like sometimes she does some stuff and I feel really calm and all that kind of stuff. We're like the same person split into two bodies. But I realized there's only one time that I cannot feel her, and that is when I'm taken on this mission to go meet Grandma. And
The what? The who?
Grandma is my avatar, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
And she normally gives us a lesson and tells us a story, and then I try to figure out the lesson, and then after that's finished, normally I understand magic a bit more. The first time, the 2 times ago I was by myself, and then the last time there was like 2 kids with me. So now we're all on the same mission. We're going to be given a lesson, and we just have to figure out what this lesson is, and then we'll be smarter and know magic more. I think. That's my guess.
Oh god, Eddie's gonna kill me after she finds out about this.
We got this. Grandma's really nice.
I don't think we're gonna see Grandma.
Well, who else could it be
As
besides
you
Grandma?
all are talking, you all begin to hear the sounds of heavy boots making its way towards you, and you begin to hear the jingle of keys against something hard. Do you all attempt to do anything, or do you stay standing?
Walter immediately steps in front of Ari because Guardian goes brr. And this is just
You all
great.
turn, and you see in front of you in this hallway there is a platform that has stairs that lead both up and down. And behind you there seems to be a hallway leading further in to this prison. And standing on one of the platforms slightly above you is a woman in this kind of dark black prison warden outfit with the black cap and the what is it, baton, police batons kind of hanging loosely on her hip. She looks at you all and she goes, "And who let you 3 out?"
Can I use time sense to find out where we are exactly? Like, are we still in the present day?
As you attempt to reach out, to kind of express your will over time, you find that nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
And as you realize this, you look down and you see very thinly, very almost completely transparent, there are 2 kind of barbed looking chains that are coming from the center of your chest and disappearing further into the prison.
Guessing we can't use magic, huh?
Well, isn't this pleasant?
Do you say that out loud? Or was that in person? Or that was in your mind?
Yeah, well, Walter immediately was like, isn't this pleasant?
Oh, gotcha.
We were told that we were out for good behavior. Where exactly is the exit?
Are you asking her for the exit?
Yeah, I am 100% doing that.
No one's getting out of Alcatraz. No one's ever gotten out of Alcatraz in my entire time being warden here. So you boys can go ahead and get back into your cell, or I can make you.
Okay, but I mean,
So let me make you, honestly.
wasn't there like a Scotsman that got out of Alcatraz not too long ago?
Do you say that?
Yeah.
As you say that, you see visibly that she seems to grow in size, almost as if to swell as she reaches for the kind of metallic baton, which you can now see doesn't look like an actual police baton. It looks more like it looks closer to a mace than it does to any law enforcement item. And she turns towards you, her eyes now this deep crimson red. And she begins to move closer to all of you. The first few steps are hard and slow, but she begins to pick up the pace and is about halfway between you covering that distance, about halfway as she raises the baton into the air. Do you all do anything?
I would like to. I have two questions. One, what exactly am I looking at? Holy, this person,
So
and then
you are-
two. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you all are currently in a hallway. I will say, if anyone is a fan of a certain video game that released recently, relatively in like the last 5 or 6 years, you would recognize this scene but it had the undead in it, as this woman is growing larger and is running towards you, and it looks to be like a hallway that could probably fit maybe 4 people across if they stayed like, shoulder to shoulder. In front of you, behind her is a set of stairs that go up and down, and then on your side behind you is a hallway that leads further into the prison. You can see there are prison cells on either side of you.
So behind us leads further into the prison, and behind her leads out, I'm assuming.
You don't know.
Okay. Well, I grab Ari and run back from behind, and I hope Walter can see what's happening.
Yeah, Walter panicking because magic is not here to help him. He's just the guy.
I'm also gonna grab the back of his neck, or like the shirt. Yeah, and let's go. Just sprint as fast as I can.
Okay, so it sounds like we've got ourselves a bit of a chase scene. So you can roll your stamina, and either you can just roll just your stamina or stamina and athletics together, and we'll see how well you are able to escape in the most powerful prisons ever. Difficulty 6.
Stamina, and you said athletics?
Athletics.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I have a quick favor to ask. My thing is not working for some reason, the Roll20, so I can't actually see my character sheet. It's not loading up for me.
Oh God, I don't have any. I don't have any dice in. No.
Here, I will do it for you. I don't know what's up with that.
It's like not. It works for me sometimes and doesn't work for me. Like
What's the difficulty?
6.
6. Yeah.
Oh God, I have like 2 dice. Let's go. Holy.
2 successes.
2 successes on 2 dice. That has to be some kind of record. The adrenaline goes burr.
Oh, nice. Wow. Yeah, I guess we all are in panic mode. You said difficulty 6, right?
Yes.
I got 4 successes.
Wait, did you roll for me or?
Yeah, I rolled for you.
Oh, okay.
You got a total of 8 successes.
Oh,
The specialty as well. So together, you are running through the prison, and as you first of you are able to escape from this hulking warden pretty easily. As you see, once you get to about 30 feet away, she seems to stop chasing you. As you are running, you begin to notice this first Talos, that kind of barbed chain you can see in the center of your chest, seems to be pulling you either away from something or toward something. You aren't sure, but you notice as you all are kind of trying to quickly make decisions in the heat of the moment, when you turn in certain directions, you feel as if something is pulling you and you're forced to kind of adjust and go into a different direction. And as you're making these movements, Ari and Walter, you realize that there is a barbed chain coming out of you as well. Ari, you see there are 2 of them in your chest, and Walter, there's 1 in yours.
Walter's like, follow the chain. It's like, because he's out of breath.
so I'm assuming you've all see that chain. Then you think we should follow it, Walter?
It's like, yeah. It's like wheezing because, smoker.
Okay. I mean, this place seems pretty crazy, so it seems like a good guess. And I follow that chain, I guess.
He's like wheezing. He's like, less talky, more runny.
You're already out of breath, though. and they keep running.
Right. You'll run for what feels like another 20 minutes. And you notice as you are moving through this prison, you don't feel like you're reaching like an end. You don't feel like you found like a wall or anything. It almost feels like you're running down an area that is endless almost. Until you come to looks to be like a section where the prison diverts into 3 paths. You see there is one to your right, to your left, and then there is a set of staircases that seems to be going down.
Where's the chain being
find?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Each find that for Ari and Talos, one of your chains seems to be pointing towards the middle path, whereas the 2 others, or your one other one, is pointing down the other 2 paths.
So each one of our chains is going in the other direction?
Yes. So all 3 of you have the kind of main, we'll call the main chain that's heading down the centermost path down towards those stairs. But for Talos and Ari, your other ones are leading in the 2 other directions.
Well, I think we should all go towards the main chain first, because I feel like if we're not together, that's going to probably be a problem. What say you?
So magic doesn't work here. Ari's going to look up at Talos. It says, well, if Grandma brought you here, then I guess I should show you what I am, because I think maybe something is associated with this as well, but I'm not sure. And Ari's going to kind of like look at their sides, and they're going to try to see if they can bring out their angel wings.
You attempted to concentrate, and kind of this is an inherited angelic gift, this birthright. And for the first time, you feel as if something is attempting to restrict you. It's almost as if something is attempting to bind your essence, the very thing that makes you who you are, And as you feel it, the rest of you see just for a moment there is a flash of a symbol. I will say, if you have academics or medicine at 3, you would recognize this symbol. If not, then you see this symbol appear in the kind of metal of the prison for a moment. That is what looks to be like a staff intertwined with 2 serpents going all the way up to the top before these beautiful angelic wings erupt from behind Ari's back. And as that happens, just for a moment, the world around you hazes out. And you see, just for a second, the familiar cityscape that you're used to from the Umbra before the prison kind of focuses in around you.
Hi.
Would I know that they're celestial or something like
I
that?
would say because you're a hermetic and you practice the high ritual magic, you would understand that this is definitely what would be considered a high umbral of some sort. You aren't exactly sure what they are, but you've interacted, you've heard stories, and you've read the books interacting to this, so you think it's probably some sort of celestial being.
So I'm just like, oh, wow, fascinating. And I'm just kind of like looking at the wings and like in full like introvert checking out a new species mode.
And while this is going on, Walter just coughs up a lung. And after that, he's gonna try to yank out the chain from his chest.
You hear that?
Yeah, willpower roll. Difficulty 8.
For what?
Willpower roll. Willpower.
Oh, full willpower?
Mhm.
Alright, willpower. Difficulty 8. Let's go! 3 successes.
Okay. As you begin to pull on this chain in the center, pain unimaginable begins to kind of erupt through your body as it feels as if you are attempting to rip apart something core to your essence, to your understanding of reality. And just for a moment, as you're kind of blinking back the pain, it feels as if your understanding of everything begins to kind of crumble for a moment before you're able to kind of focus. And you think it is probably best to not try that again. But you feel that you are getting close to something just then, but you aren't sure what.
Walter just has, I think it's best to leave the chains in. And he like coughs again, just because,
I'm like completely oblivious. I'm just, oh, wow, interesting. This is so.
And Walt steps in front of him and is like, hey.
So, hi. Yeah, so I'm a bit different, and that's why I think there's a direction for us to go, but then there's also a direction that's meant for you and a direction that's meant for me. Because I feel like
Yes.
If we split, the big scary lady can't get us. And I think there is a reason why these chains yank us in different directions.
I would have to disagree. I don't think ever splitting up is a good idea. Just out of my own experience. Maybe if we go down the path with all 3 of us first and see if we can figure out what that is, then maybe we can talk about the separate ones.
Can we just move in case the lady Hulk decides to find us again?
Yes.
Let's go, vamos. And Walter starts moving to whichever direction is the group one.
okay. Well, I mean, like after this, I would like to go to the one But yeah, we could try this one first.
Mm-hmm. I think we should just go to all of them, just together.
Okay.
Okay. As you all make your way forward along the stairs, you find yourself, although you're going down, you find yourself ending up on top of a roof. And you look around, and it doesn't make any sense. As you can see above you now, storm clouds have come in as rain begins to pour. And you see there looks to be like an area where it looks as if someone had been working recently, but you aren't exactly sure on what. And as you kind of turn and you all begin to notice this, you see an area that is kind of chained and bound together. And you can all sense something inside, a part of yourself that seems both connected and distant from you at the same time. And kind of sitting up atop this kind of cocoon of chains, you see what looks to be like the beginnings or a portion of a aircraft of some sort. And as you kind of take a moment to look at that, you see and you begin to hear the sounds of the heavy boots approaching, the jingling of chains, as the sound of it looks. So it sounds like someone taking something heavy and cracking it against stone begins to approach. What do y'all want to do?
So there is an aircraft?
Second. Are the beginnings of one?
And where is this chain pulling us to?
Looks like it's towards. It looks like your chain is connected to this cocoon of chains.
Cocoon of chains. Okay.
I think Ari would try to look and see what's actually inside, see if they can untangle the chains and see if there's something inside of it.
Okay. So so you all can make your way over, and as you kind of begin to kind of pull the chains, you find it's difficult to even pull them apart. But as you kind of look inside each of you, you see what looks to be like an ethereal golden silhouette that appears to be you, but different.
How, like different how?
Looking at it, it gives you the feeling that it is both you and not you. It's almost as if looking at what you are, could be, and what you were all at the same time.
Be not afraid.
And they're inside this chain ball thing? Are they like a tiny action figure, or is it like a giant man-sized chain ball chain?
It's like coffin size. I don't know how I describe it. It's like looking at. It's almost like the chains are kind of like a cocooning, like coffin, like.
Gotcha. So there's like 3 coffins, or is it just one?
Yeah, it's like what's that thing called that was like an Iron Maiden? It looks kind of like an Iron Maiden.
Oh God!
Ow.
Ow.
I'd like to save myself.
Yeah, Ari would definitely try to reach out to this person that's in front of them. That's their version of them.
Okay. All right. How are you attempting to get through the chains?
Oh, Ari would try to fly through.
They are bound, so you aren't able to push your hand or anything through. So you're going to have to come up with something different.
Oh, so wait, are they wrapped up in chains?
Yeah, so it kind of imagine like it's 3 Iron Maiden like things, and then around them is a cocoon of actual chains.
Right.
Like
Decipher?
opening a basket, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Can I decipher where, like maybe like untangle this Iron Maiden?
That's what I was thinking as well. Like, is it like a knot that could be like unraveled and untangled?
I don't think
I can't use magic, man.
there is a pull here knot, but you all can make intelligence and esoteric rolls or occult.
All right, perfect.
I think.
Will my spec apply here?
I have 5 in intelligence, right?
What is your specialty?
Keen edge mind.
I would say yes. To answer your question,
Dirk, what's the difficulty?
8.
Oh boy.
Yes, you have 5 in intelligence, and your specialty will apply.
Sick.
Oh, you are super smart. You are at the edge of the next level of smartness. That's like
Yeah, so smarter than Walter.
I got 2 10s and an 8.
4, 5, 6.
Oh no, it cancels out. Oh.
So that'd be
Actually,
5,
does it?
right?
No, it
it's
does.
It's 6 because each 10 counts 2, and then you have 2 additional successes. So you have 6 successes.
Oh, gotcha.
I am so disappointed with me right now.
Wow. That is 5 successes for me.
10s. Wait, 6? I have 2 10s and an 8.
Yep.
Oh, just 8? Oh, I thought you had 2. Okay, then yeah, it's fine. I thought
Yeah,
you
I was like, wait, how did I get another 6?
yeah, I thought, okay.
No
All right,
worries.
so 5. How many for you, Walter?
3. Could have been doubled, but I think it cancels out because of the 1. Unless
How many ones?
I have 1 1 and 1 10.
Yeah, because the 1 would take away a success. Okay, so 3 successes, at least 3 successes. It becomes pretty quick or kind of quickly apparent to you as you're kind of pulling and you feel the barbs on the chain cutting into your fingers. The chains themselves are probably not real per se. They're probably you're in the Umbra and things tend to have a meaning to them. They're not. It's not just seeing chains don't always mean chains. They usually mean something else. Like there's kind of some other connection to it. With 5 successes, you two realize a couple of things that aren't quite adding up to you. The first one is you are aware that the chains are almost certainly representative of something else. There's no chain that would work in the Umbra properly that would just be normal. The second, you realize that there isn't a way to take your magic away, so you're not entirely sure how that is working. And you, as you're kind of looking around and understanding what's happening, and I'll say that Talos realizes this a bit more than Ari. It seems that events are playing out in a particular order, almost as if, for you, Talos, it's almost as if something is putting you through a test, kind of like what you've done many times for the Order, except for this one, it seems to be we'll say very much pass-fail in a very literal sense. And you figure that you have to understand what it is that you're supposed to be learning before you will be able to open these chains.
Now the mastery kicks in.
What does the surrounding area look like again?
Rooftop.
Rooftop.
Your roof. The rain has begun to pour in above you from the clouds or things like that, and it looks like on this roof you see signs that there had been maybe a workshop or someone had been working here before you.
Okay. So it's a test.
You have this revelation. You hear the sound of the heavy boots stop, and you look behind you to see the warden, except for her appearance has been changed almost, as if her features have become more gaunt and less human-like as barbed spikes begin to kind of push out from her shoulders and arms. And she lets out a scream of rage and anger and begins to rush towards you all. What do you do?
So are we between Ari and her?
Right now you all are kind of like lined up looking at your correspondent, like Iron Maiden will say.
Yeah, Walter is immediately getting between this lady and Ari because, yeah.
Okay, Walter is stepping between Ari and the big strong lady.
Yeah, even if it kills him, he will protect the kid.
What is there anything around? So it's just there's nothing. You said there's a workshop.
Yes, there looks like they're not a formal workshop, but it looks like if you've been in someone's garage, who was clearly like, tinkering or working on something, and you get that kind of feeling. There's like an area where what looks to be handmade tools are kind of scattered about. Like what looks to be like kind of partial plans to something are kind of on, looks to be like a kind of a wooden table.
What kind of tools?
You see what looks to be like hammers, nails. What looks to be, well, it takes you a second to kind of realize this, but it looks to be like they're all tools, but they are clearly not actual tools. They seem to be something that someone made from something else. Like you see, like what looks to be like toothbrushes that were kind of altered to be like kind of flathead screws. You see what looks to be like maybe like some material that seems to have been mixed to be what you guess was probably glue of some sort. It looks as if whoever did it either did not have access to tools or for some reason was not able to use them. The kind of homemade do it yourself tools on a budget.
They still get the job done. I would like to grab that hammer and those nails if I have time before this lady tries to murder us.
Sure. Okay, so as you get to pick up this kind of small hammer and these makeshift nails, she is upon you, and we'll see who gets hit.
Oh God.
All right, so Walter, as you step forward to an attempt to protect Ari, who for whatever reason seems to have drawn this woman's attention, and as she brings this heavy mace down upon you, you expect pain, you expect an impact, all of the signs of being hit by a weapon, but instead, as this metal hits you, you feel regret. You feel it feels as if every mistake you've ever made just kind of begins to weigh on you all at once.
Oh no.
Willpower roll.
Oh boy. Yeah, some
Difficulty 6.
oh boy, some very much repressed trauma coming back up, I guess. Difficulty 6, let's go.
As you feel this weight hitting you, it takes some time, but you're able to shed it, to push it off.
Yes.
As you realize your mistakes were mistakes, but they weren't yours. They are a part of you, but you've moved past.
And Walter just looks at the lady. It's like, you don't have to try harder than you don't have to try harder than that.
Talos and Ari, do you wish to try anything? You see this woman bring this mace down in what looks like it should have been a blow strong enough to smash Walter into pieces. But instead, you see him take it, and it hurts visibly. But he seems to be able to kind of concentrate and kind of not quite shake it off, but rub some dirt on it to borrow a euphemism.
I would just like to talk to her. I'm like, hey, we weren't running away. We were trying to make sure that, the rest of the prison was good for you. Is there, what can we do to assist you to make your life a little bit better?
I'm gonna say based on the current situation, you can make a charisma persuasion roll at difficulty 9.
Right, sick. Can I ask you look at my thing again? I think my charisma is like 4 or 5.
Persuasion. None of the socials. Nice.
I have charisma though.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that last time. You were like, oh, he is a psychopath. Good to know. No empathy at all.
Yeah, I'll be fixing that soon. Don't you worry.
No
So
success.
unfortunately, you have 0 successes. As you speak, she just kind of looks at you, and without even fully turning to you, she takes this mace baton in her hand and swings it toward you. And you brace yourself for what looks to be like what's going to break your arms. But as you hits you, you feel nothing but jealousy kind of fill you. It's almost as if you're reminded of everything you have ever wanted but couldn't have all at once. It's filled with the stories of children passing you by, and the order of people getting accolades that you wanted, that you deserved. Roll me a willpower roll, difficulty 6.
4d6. You said 4d6?
No, willpower roll, difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
Actually. Roll, how much is it? Roll 40.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can just tell me.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't even. Well, I mean, do you know the stat tree you can roll? I don't know if your sheet's working yet.
It's not. I was just wondering. So I can roll.
Well, then you're 6 dice. 60-10, difficulty 6.
60-10.
I'll take care of it.
6, 8, 5, 3, and a 1. Bummer. So I think 2 successes, right? Because that 1 deletes that.
Yeah, so 6, 8. So you had 3 successes, then -1 from the 1.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel these emotions and you begin to process them and kind of push them down, and you kind of blink it away, and you feel like you're okay, like you're probably gonna be all right. All right, what do you want to do?
Ari is going to try to see if they could be able to communicate or get in touch with their essence inside to see what aspect they need to learn. What part of them is inside there, and what do they need to be able to unravel? Self exploration per se.
Okay, roll me your willpower.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be 8. As you are focusing on this, you hear your companions being hit with this large metal mace thing.
All right, 3 successes.
Hey, you attempt to block it out, and you concentrate, and you attempt to connect to this version of you, and you can hear, not so much as hear a word, but kind of a concept. And it takes you a moment to fully understand it, but it seems to be asking you or trying to communicate to you, who are you?
They will communicate back. They're Ari, descendant from whoever this individual is, their lineage, and twin of Iron and Mage. And they try to wrap all of that together in one big package and send it back.
As you say that, the rest of you begin to hear the chains beginning to rattle, and you can feel something is happening, that the chains are beginning to part. But just as you feel that they break, the shaking stops. You feel something inside of you respond, but you get the feeling that that isn't enough.
Let's see. Is there a role I could use to be able to determine what else they're looking for? Like,
Not yet.
huh?
Not yet. No role yet.
Puzzles always get me.
Can we do the same thing that Ari's doing?
I mean, you can attempt to.
I don't actually know.
We'll say this is in terms of there isn't really turn order here, but we'll say you each would go an action and then we'll go through
what was the dice pool for this thingy?
There's no roll for this. This is for you all. This is a puzzle that you have to solve.
Oh wow.
And the question is, who are you?
They say, no, think back in their last session, they're about like King Arthur and how they had to work with others. So they'll channel that image as well of being part of a council that had to be a leader and a follower at the same time, while also a kid. They're technically also a kid.
It's in this feeling through this version of yourself. You again can feel something changing, the chains beginning to shake, almost as if they are almost ready to be broken apart. But it isn't enough.
And this lady's like beating the crap out of us with regret, jealousy.
Yes. Speaking of which,
while this is happening,
yes, as Walter is still attempting to protect, as Walter's still attempting to protect Ari, or as Walter moved to do other things. Okay.
Walter is still basically shielding Ari from this.
Right. This time, this mallet, this mace comes down. You feel, instead of doubt, instead of regret, you feel anxiety. You begin to be filled with the feeling of, what if you're wrong? What if you weren't supposed to come here? What if you were supposed to go to the make other decisions? What if you were supposed to stay back at the chantry? What if you weren't supposed to awaken at all? I mean, wait, willpower roll. Difficulty 7.
Oh no. Willpower. Difficulty. Let's go. YOLO. Hey, that's better.
This time, you are able to quiet these voices sooner, as you begin to feel as if you are coming to something, like an understanding is just outside of your grasp, and you aren't sure what it is or what exactly is being communicated to you. It's almost as if you're reaching for something that is just at the tips of your fingers, Walter, and you aren't sure what to do next.
So I think
Ari. Walter just looks at the lady. I'll go on.
As you have this realization, we are going to take our break. And as we wrap up, just as Walter is facing down these feelings and are pushing beyond them, what do you do, Walter?
That's difficult to say. Walter is gonna stare this thing down. Because there is no way in hell that this thing is getting its hands on Ari.
Alright then, the rest of you, well actually I don't believe Ari is looking in this direction, but Talos, you see a resolute Walter is staring at this entity of this powerful being down almost defiantly. What do you wish to do?
I'd like to hug it. I'd like to just love it. I want to just
very large.
And spiky. Yeah. I would like to let it know that it's loved and it is okay and I'm here for you.
It doesn't seem to be very appreciative of the hug.
Well,
However,
it's lost.
it is very much open to hitting you with its mace. And this time, as you feel this impact, you aren't entirely sure what to expect. And it surprises you when you begin to feel rage boiling up inside of you. You feel as if every slight, every insult, every doubt, everything that you've ever seen in anyone's face for years begins to bubble up to the surface all at once, and you want nothing more than to destroy, than to force everyone and everything to recognize who you are, recognize your authority. Make me a willpower roll. So 6 dice, difficulty 7.
7?
7.
All right, sick. You want to hear what I got? Get a 6 dice, yeah?
6 dice.
Yeah, I got 9, 2, 8, 9, 9, 9.
Oh, wow.
It's a bunch of nines.
As you master yourself, you begin to piece things together, and it's as you're being hit, as this is happening, you begin to understand the situation you're in, and you feel as if what you're doing now is the equivalent of being tested or forged in fire, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You begin to understand that you are on the edge of both gaining and losing everything.
Mm.
What do you want to do?
I'd like to be hit again.
Well, we'll see.
Is that where this is going?
Ari, what do you want to do?
So Ari starts to look around, and then they take into account what they're wearing. They take into account that they're located in architecture and what this place is supposed to represent. How it's supposed to represent and how their essence themselves is imprisoned in this item. And they look at their clothes, and it's like, no. And they're going to attempt to take off the prison uniform, and they're just wearing what natural clothes they have. And then they're going to look at the Iron Maiden and say, I am free. And I'm going to pull you free too. And they're going to try to reach into the Iron Maiden and pull out their essence.
As you begin to remove the prison outfit, you hesitate for a moment as you feel a strange comfort, as if you understand that removing this hold is what you want to do, but there is a sense of comfort in holding on to it. Almost like a child too afraid to remove the training wheels from their bike. Do you continue?
Yes.
As you remove this metaphorical blind from your eyes, the rest of you experience what can only be described as electricity, as intense energy begins to arc from the centermost bundle of chains as these chains begin to erode and fall apart, as a bright light begins to emerge from the center. And you see, Ari, just for a moment, a version of yourself standing before what looks to be a vast sea of endless grass and mountains. And you look at it and you realize there is a deeper understanding there that seems to just barely elude you. But you understand intrinsically that the first step is freedom, is the understanding that you can go wherever you please. And as you realize this, the version of yourself you can see turns toward you, and in a smile that is both childlike and confident, waves you off, and this vision ends as this version of yourself snaps back into yourself, and you feel something that has been missing from you up until this point suddenly returns, and you gained an intrinsic understanding of the world as you begin the first steps towards understanding everything. You have reached the threshold of masters. The rest of you have not quite an understanding, as what you're seeing seems to be beyond you, but it feels like standing next to something that's just been hit with electricity. And I need both of you to make me an intelligence and occult roll to see, as you attempt to kind of, as this wild energy, this understanding is kind of flowing off of Ari, to see exactly what you can steal from it for yourself.
What's the difficulty?
8.
Oh boy. So that's a lot.
I got a 1, 8, 8, 10, and 4.
I got a 0. But it's not a glitch.
Well, I think the 10. Oh yeah, because yeah. You're right. So 3 successes.
Okay, you didn't botch because you got an 8. Okay, so wait, so you got 0. What was your total, tell us?
I had a 1, 8, 8, 10, and 4. But I think 10 is 2, but the 1 takes away, so it's 3 successes.
So, Talos, as you see this, you understand immediately what you're looking at. You have heard the students, your fellow students, mention what it means to expand their understanding, but you've never heard of anyone experiencing it from someone else so quickly. And you begin to kind of understand a bit about what it is that you're doing. And it's not quite as if someone is telling you what to do, but you begin to realize there's no prison that could hold you. You're Talos, you're a member of the Order, you make the elements bend, you understand the divine order of everything, and you are able to change it. There's no prison, certainly not an earth-based prison that could bind you. It just as that understanding is coming to you, you see this woman raising her club again. What do you do?
Can I stop time?
You don't know.
Can I try?
Oh God.
Yeah, sure. As you attempt to reach out and change, to order the fundamental parts of reality, the flow of everything, essentially, you understand that you don't have your tools, your previously things you've relied on before. But for some reason, that doesn't seem to make you hesitate. It's more building an excitement. And as you attempt to order time itself to obey, this metal mace slams forward, and in a moment, as if two diametrically opposed forces meet, there is a blinding light. And for just a moment, you see an image. What would Talos' ideal self look like?
The ideal self, I feel like it'd be like the exact opposite of, not exact opposite, it'd be the male version of Snow White. It just surrounded by a bunch of animals and love and happiness. And the world is at peace, and he's at peace, and he's just like, like a druid almost, I guess, really.
As this vision emerges, you see a version of yourself that seems almost exactly the same as you are now. And as you look around, they seem to be standing in a lush forest filled with what you first think are plants, but as you kind of focus, you receive information from them that is almost enough to make your understanding of everything just go a little bit further. But you're forced to look away as you see creatures that haven't been seen in millennia beginning to emerge. Cats the size of cars prowling from the trees. Lizards that seem almost like dinosaurs, but not. Creatures that look like dragon kings almost, all moving about this same area in a primal sense of unity and understanding. And as you attempt to gaze upon this just a little longer, you feel your mind almost like pulling a rubber band too far begins to snap back. And the rest of you witness a similar effect as to what happened with Ari, but just a bit dimmer. And as you look up, you see the warden, the metal of this baton beginning to glaze over with plant life. As our young friend Talos has attained, steps into the rank of the adepts. And as soon we will discuss exactly what this means after, and I'll give you the full details. But
Master!
Soon,
Walter, you witness this happening, and you see the anger in this entity double as they, instead realizing that they can't hit the others, who at this point begin to rapidly fade, turns and raises her club again and brings it down. Is there anything you want to do?
He's gonna flip her off.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You send your own message. Ari and Talos, you see this mace slam into what was Walter's form. Just as your vision of the scene fades away, you find yourselves standing in the security office. There is a rather bored-looking woman sitting at a desk. She kind of looks at you and she goes, I know this is boring and everything, but like again, I said, like you managed to take care of this thing. You guys can go. You don't have to stay here anymore.
All three or just the two?
Just the two of them.
Oh, good.
Wait, is it right we stay a little bit longer? We're waiting for someone.
This isn't a waiting room. And why would they come to the security? I mean, if you all want to stay, I don't have anything better to do, I guess.
Thank you. And they'll look up towards Talos to give a thumbs up. Like, see, I told you it's a test.
Yeah. You were right.
Sometimes I'm smart.
It is the two of you are having this conversation. Walter is having a very different experience. As this mace slams into you, your vision is pulled into a space of absolute darkness. And you begin to feel what has to be dozens of hands reaching up at you. And you feel as each one hits you, doubt, hesitation, hatred, everything beginning to flood into your mind all at once. And you feel the desire to give in, to sleep, to hide away from everything. Does Walter give in?
He's been beaten down before. He's sure not going to give them this satisfaction. Nope.
Give me a willpower roll. Give me a willpower roll of difficulty 8.
Oh boy, this is gonna be. I'm gonna get so screwed on this. Huh? But DP mode. Actually, do I get any dice pool mods for resisting before? Probably not. Let's go. Fuck.
Do you have any willpower left, fam? You got
I have 1 willpower.
You can't spend willpower on a willpower roll.
Oh, yeah.
Watch me. In the spirit of defiance, I defy the rules.
As you attempt to resist, the feeling begins to replace the hatred, the anger. You resist it for a while, but then it begins to feel comforting almost. It's almost as if you feel wrapped in warmth. And
Can I channel this anger to break from it? Can I use what they give me and use it against them?
give me another willpower roll. A difficulty 9.
Oh, let's go then. This is gonna break me.
How many times you get like what? Jesus Christ, you always get like what?
Let's go.
Oh!
Worse.
That is a botch.
Botch, yeah.
Yeah, that is a.
As you attempt to resist, you find yourself slipping further and further, and you begin to fall asleep. And at
This
first,
is
you
harder.
expect for it to be painful. You expect for it to be something else, but it's comforting. It's calming. And as this happens, you feel for just a moment your understanding of the world simplifies. There's no
Oh no.
there's no problems. You're just the detective.
I defy you.
And as that realization kind of crystallizes, you find yourself waking up. You
Oh,
kind of
no.
look around and you see Ari, you see Talos in there. They seem to be fine. You remember that you were brought here because a shirt had like the tags on it or whatever. It's not a big deal.
Wait, does he remember the event?
Do I remember?
I mean, you've only been here a few minutes.
I hate this. Oh no, I'm a sleeper now. Oh no!
And with that, I think we're going to end our adventure for the evening.
Oh my god! Oh.
Walter, now.
Well then.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, that's a cliffhanger. Thank you all so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The drama. I was not ready for that. I was ready for all of us to come out with those W's. And especially after I thought about it over the break. And anyway, again, as you can tell, I was kind of thrown off by that. Incredible episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you, Reeve, for once again being such a fantastic storyteller. Thank you to this wonderful cast, bringing your characters along and telling such great stories. And thank you to our viewers, because without you, we wouldn't be here. So we look forward to see you all for our next episode. And see the ramifications of what happened. I'm pretty sure I put 2 words together that time frame because my brain is mush, because I was not expecting that to happen to Walter. In any case, we will see you all next episode. Until then, farewell for now.